I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Hey everybody, this is Jason Dean with the JoBlo Movie Network. Spectre is opening on the big screen soon with the reliable Daniel Craig, and several Bond girls headed up by the gorgeous Monica Bellucci. While we wait for it to open, let's count down our favorite top 10 Bond girls over the years. Timothy Dalton's License to Kill was one of the more violent Bond films, but it also allowed us to get to know Carey Lowell as Pam Bouvier, who helps 007 infiltrate a drug cartel organization. Originally a model, the Bond girl character was one of her first major roles, which led to her dabbling in acting ever since. Maud Adams was one of the most memorably named Bond girls ever, starring as the title role in 1983's Octopussy. However, this wasn't her only Bond film. She was the only actress to be in 3 007 movies, including a substantial part in The Man with the Golden Gun, and then as an extra in A View to a Kill. Never Say Never Again was somewhat of an unofficial Bond movie, but that's a discussion for another day. Official or not, Kim Basinger stepped into the role of Domino as her first major film role. Her success as that character rocketed her to superstardom afterwards with roles in LA Confidential and Batman. 1973's Live and Let Die was the first Roger Moore movie in the 007 franchise and was paired up with the already well-known and successful Jane Seymour. She played the role of a psychic and tarot card reader to the villain while having to maintain her virginity to keep her gift. In pure 007 fashion, she loses her abilities after James Bond seduces her. All Bond girls have memorable names, but next to Octopussy, Pussy Galore is probably a close second, if not a tie, for the most memorable. 1964's Goldfinger gave birth to the character Oddjob, but also allowed us the pleasure of meeting Honor Blackman as Pussy Galore, who also happened to be the oldest Bond girl ever at age 38. That is, until we see Monica Bellucci in Spectre at age 51. You knew we couldn't get away without Halle Berry on this list. She's a favorite around the JoBlo offices, and she also knows how to make a great Bond girl as Jinx Janssen in Die Another Day. Another already famous actress turned Bond girl, Berry made a huge marketing impact when they showed her coming out of the ocean in the now infamous bikini reveal scene, complete with side blade. GoldenEye may be more known for the video game these days than the movie, but it was also where we got to meet Xenia Onatopp, one of the sexiest femme fatales from the entire Bond franchise. Played by Famke Janssen, she was an assassin who derived sexual pleasure from murdering men. Another model turned actress, the Bond role is what really set her up for success afterwards. Possibly one of the most iconic scenes of any Bond girl ever is Ursula Andress as Honey Ryder emerging from the surf in the 1962 movie Dr. No. And no, you're not suffering from deja vu. This scene is mimicked a little earlier in our list by Halle Berry in Die Another Day, right down to the small blade on the bikini bottom. I guess they figured we would never notice. A lot more recently, we saw Casino Royale with Daniel Craig kickstarting the latest run of 007 movies. With him, we got to see one of the most prolifically nude or nearly nude actresses working right now. If you've seen the 300 sequel or the Sin City sequel, you will know I'm referring to the oftentimes naked Eva Green. She stayed mostly clothed in Casino Royale, unfortunately. We're down to our favorite Bond girl for number 1. You wouldn't know it based on how you might recognize her today. In fact, she is currently Lady Olenna Tyrell from Game of Thrones. But she was extremely sexy back in 1969 when she played opposite James Bond as the Countess Tracy. It's Diana Rigg as our number 1 favorite Bond girl. Who would have rounded out your list? Tell us down below in the comments. I'm Jason Dean for the JoBlo Movie Network, and thanks for watching.